What's going on? We are remodeling this closet. Currently doing the framing. I already marked out 16 center up at the top. Kind of running one by one. So basically, that's horrible work, sir. Thank you. So, I had one closet right here. Ripped it out. You can see where the wall was. And she wanted to add another closet in this bedroom right here. There was just a full wall. This room had a big closet. So we did a double. I'm gonna put another wall right here. It's gonna kind of boom, boom. And then I'm gonna cut this piece out once I put a king stud like that in there, just to support that corner. But yeah, so that's so far what we're doing. I got all the sheetrock thrown out already. I mean, you can kind of see. Okay. I am. That was twisted. Let me see, build 16 center. I'm gonna build off of this wall. I still got all of this electricity that I gotta tie in. And I'm gonna run through this wall. I got it tied in over here. It was just running straight through, but once I started going into the wall, I realized I had more work than what I wanted to do. So, don't want to go. 16 center. studs go. Okay. Still works. Perhaps I should turn that fan off. That might be it. Before I do break something. I had the shit out of that 2x4. Alright. What did I do with myself? Oh man, I'm gonna have to twist it. It's straight down here, but about right here, it starts to twist outward. Let me just show you. So, it's straight, and then about right here, it starts to kind of curve. I'm gonna have to twist that straight. I believe I can do that. Put a bow in it. No, it was already, had to have been already bowed because it's not tight, super tight at the top. I feel like you get a better camera view this way. Does it make a difference if it's looking this way or the other way? Like, does this way look better? Does it make a difference at all? Bro, got no experience. Shit. See some of the stuff I've done. Other way is better. Maybe about 8 or so off. No longer twisting. almost done. I'm off by a 1/4 inch. So. Alright, so. Corner squared and level. Yeah, it's in there. Squared off. Top two. And then level test. We got that bubble. We level. So now I just got a stud right here. And then I'll build this wall. Bink, bink. And then I should be able to do the electrical work, because it had this old school 2-prong. It didn't even have the ground in there. So we got the old school 2-prong. I'm gonna make a jumper with white to white, and then I'm gonna tie it into this box. I went and bought a plastic one. Oh yeah, I went and bought a plastic square, which that's where you plug your phone in. And it looks like I got one more stud that I could put right here. Trying to decide if I want to make a flat stud or if I want to make it straight. Probably gonna go flat. My California corner, right? Actually. It's not really a load bearing. I just kind of built it like one. The main support's actually this one right here in the middle, and they just kind of built extra frames off of the main support so that this wall would fit in. So, but yeah, it should already be all in. I just took out the center joints and putting them back in, remapping it. Other than over here, this one I actually had to make a king stud, because that's going to be the corner going across, going up. So I need more nails. But yeah, hopefully by the end of today, I got the sheetrock up on that, and I can start taping floating by tomorrow. I can do the shelves and the bars and have everything finished out. I came in here for nails. Car's locked. 2 steps. Rest of the hitcher work and leave immediately. Yeah, I did notice that. They be all talk. They don't even wait until I actually fix it up and stuff. You know, I need a water. Yeah, so I don't got too much left. I am gonna have to go to Home Depot and get some lumber. I still got to frame out. I'm gonna have to frame out this middle wall. So I'm looking at it. I'm gonna have to take out this middle anchored because I gotta make sure that it's straight up there. And it's gonna be close. So yeah, I'll probably just put this corner stud in, take out that middle one, and then yeah, that's what I'm gonna have to do. No, I wasn't putting in any cross braces up, other than in the middle. That's what's going to tie these 2 walls together. I wasn't a cross brace in there, but and right here, this one, I don't really need any because it's anchored up at the top with the double plates. Same thing with this corner. It's anchored up at the top, double plates. It's just this one right here, the one that I'm going to add, isn't going to have a double plate. It's only going to have a single top because it's already supported with the main support beam up there. But I mean, I gotta pull this apart. Burnt wood. Love it. I'm gonna have to go buy some more toothbrushes. So I need one. Should I stay live while I go to Home Depot and get what I need to get? Oh, I took the battery out. Oh, man. Dumb. Studs coming right here. It's going to get the cross beams. I have that wood though there. Alright, yeah, I think I'm gonna go get some materials. Should I stay by while I go? Curiosity, where the hell are you getting 6 or 7 studs? We got. Okay, so going 16 center. We got boom, boom, right? One at the corner. This one's too small to just get 2, so it's gonna get 3. One dead center, and then at the ends connecting that wall to this wall, and then this wall to this wall. And then I'm gonna plate up there. I'm gonna just nail right up into that with like one of these. I'm gonna just cut this thing up to size and. Oh shit, it's actually almost perfect actually. So yeah, I'm gonna just trim this one down a little bit and tuck that one up there. That'll be my top plate. Well, I guess I'll probably cut that, measure it to size, and then build the wall. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave everything else here. Well, I do that. Make sure this is locked. Now I'll come to the back. Actually, just a second. Let me make sure I got everything that I need to grab. I double my corners and add cross braces just because House of these days just thrown up. Oh, okay, yeah. No, dude, this one. The 2x4s are actually 2x4s, not 1x5 by 3.5. Okay, like, and I know it because I got that big of a fucking gap whenever I line up flush on one side of my 2x4 for my bottom plate. So this is an old school house that's actually in pretty decent condition still. I've seen some, there's 3-inch gaps between the stud and a Raptor, and they just use the 5-inch nail and 6. Yeah, no. That's a lot of faith on the nail. I mean, I know it works, but nah. I like no room for wiggling. Which is why like, all of my stuff's pretty tight. This one's like a 1/8 of an inch. It's literally the blade width too big because I had to cut out, and that one was shoved in there. But okay, so I need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just to be safe. That'll give me enough for cross braces and extra supports and everything like that. Oh, puppy. I know it. I want to ask me how you get 6 or 7 needed. Hey, I mean, all I did was I was looking at that one wall. You said something, then I started looking at the rest of the wall. Okay. Which sometimes it just takes an extra person to talk. You know what I mean? Oh, okay, it started. Never mind. I was about to show you my car wasn't starting. Fun stuff. Man, which one's cheaper, Lowe's or Home Depot for 2x4s? Common stud. I wonder if I can put the radio on or if it's gonna take off all of my monetization. Never mind. We don't need radio. Yeah, so whenever I get back, I'm gonna go ahead and put up a king stud on the corner so that I can separate it. It's not just a flat wall. Whenever you walk into the closet, there's some kind of separation from the room to the closet on both of the open corners. And then I'll do the cross braces up at the top. I'll build the center wall. And then I can set up the center wall anchor on, run the electrical, and I should be done with the framework. Oh no, I gotta add, okay, so on the closet that's going against the wall, I need to add like a 1/2 inch piece of sheetrock or something, just so I can have a little bit of a 1/2 inch gap from stud to the outside, just so I can match the other closet's outside corner. If not, it's gonna have about a 1/2 inch difference, and I don't know, I feel like that's just not right. Or I could just do a spacer the same way that they did the spacers. No, but I need something in the corner so I can put the sheetrock against. Yeah. For me, Home Depot, but I have an account there. I'm gonna hit Home Depot. That's closer anyways. Literally like 2 minutes from it, and we just left, so. Man, bro, ice be hitting up everywhere in this town, bro. Like, just last week, we got, okay, so look. So we got a strip of nothing but hotels, right? Last week and the week before, dude, ICE was just raiding all of these. Like, they got a lot of people too, because there's a lot of new construction going on across the street from all of these. So, but yeah, they definitely do be popping up, even in the small towns. I'm also in a car, and I'm about to get two 2x4x8s. I'm gonna get 6 of them. Yeah, I'm getting 6 of them. So I have to put my seats down. Dang, I grabbed my water and then I left it there. Huh. Blow my tire. No. Nah. Not even. Look, we just pulled up to Home Depot. Going to the exit. Okay, here's
straighten up. Same with this one. Okay, so let's do that. I needed 6 studs. Crap, and what else did I need? Did I say? I know at some point I'm gonna need sheetrock. Truck for that though. I think that. Are you a contractor? Yeah. Handyman, more or less, but yeah, I do my own bidding, I do all that stuff, so I would say, yeah, I would be a contractor. It's simplicity.
Please scan your items. When you're finished, select the Pay Now button.
There we go. There we go. One, two, three, four, five, six.
Choose your payment. Would you like an e-receipt? Thank you for shopping at the Home Depot.
materials picked up. These carts are loud. Alright, now to prepare the car for this lady, I got all her receipts in here. So. I'm in Texas, gang. My car's dead. Alright, so I got this little jump starter the other day. My battery, I need a battery. But the battery is expensive for like no reason. So I went about this thing instead because I also have a flat tire. And they say I need tires before they can, instead of fixing it, they say I just need to replace them. But my tires still got decent tread. They ain't bald yet. I've seen people drive on worse. So and about this thing instead. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Because like my car was just dead. And now it's gonna start. Look. Started just fine. So yeah, I give this little guy props because he's jumped me off like, I don't know, 8 times just today. Yeah, I got it, thank you. And nice people like that lady in that car that was just driving by. Said, do I need a jump? She stopped by. But nope, I got it. I got my own little buddy right here. Thank you, ma'am, though. You don't always got somebody to jump you off, so I had to buy a friend. Is it low on water? Mine was top top it off. Kept going for like a year. Honestly, I have no idea, bro. It started kind of doing this like weird. We have that push start, right? And we would push start it, and it would turn on normally. And then it started, and then it wouldn't turn on. We pressed it again, and it would turn on fine. And then every now and then, you know, it would not turn on. Press it again, and it would turn on. Well, about 10,000 miles later of it doing that, it became and then turned on. Wouldn't turn on. Wouldn't turn on. And it's progressed to where it's at now, where it just and don't even attempt to engage the starter. So I think it's really just that the battery went bad or went out, and or it started with like it had a dead cell in it, and it was just kind of recirculating. Every so many miles, that dead cell would come back around, and I would have to jump it off. Well, as the time progressed, it became more and more dead cells in it that circulated. I had to jump it off more and more and more. And now I have a good portion of where I gotta jump it off every single time. Like right now, I'll probably jump it off 8 more times, and then it'll start turning on by itself without a jump. So, but really, I don't know what it could be. It's 2x4s in my way. I can't see it. Need to watch it end up killing all the or anything like that. Check the water and ask the whole mic and see if not the battery is firing. Yeah, honestly, I just need to buy a new battery. That's the solution is a new battery. And once I finish this closet and get paid out for these closets, that's probably what I'll buy, because that is it's a necessity. I need to get it done. And especially since all these newer cars run off of voltage and specific volts and stuff like that. If I start messing up the electrical system and overriding it too much, it's gonna cause damage, and I know it. Go set up the camera and then come back and grab all these 2x4s that I stuffed in my car. But how's everybody else doing? What is everybody else up to? I've had this live going for about 50 minutes now. It started over here with a demolition. I was throwing everything out that window. Hi, puppy. Got something in my freaking foot. Shoot.
6 at the top. That's very big enough. It's big enough. Take off the nails. I'm gonna trust that side to be squared off enough. Literally just cutting that much off this. Oh man, where did I go with that? Just had it. I was just using the grinder. It's right here on the floor, right next to me. Like it, I love it. Beautiful. Okay. This one. Nothing. Nothing wrong with this. Fits. Measure out. So I'm gonna try to make That's what center corners. Well, time for me to go do roof supports and rebuild corner of this house the tree fell on. We grew up asking why I didn't want to do this stuff for a living. I heard rebuilding houses and engines. Yeah, I'm the cool. I knew this job sucked 10 years ago. Gave it another 10 anyways. I flew to the side over there. Now I gotta cut some pieces off that top because I got a nail sticking right out that mud. Right through it. Alright, is that in my way enough?
93.58. And just to verify that both walls are correctly even. And I just found out about these Tapcon anchors for concrete. Boy, that thing done changed my life. So much easier fucking anchor stuff now, dude. So much easier.
Using the wrong disc.
Yeah, it's just some kind of grinder wheel, bro. Yeah, sorry.
You know what? I actually might be able to just tack up that instead of building the whole wall down here. I might be able to just use a square it off up there. I'm either going to screw myself over by doing this or it's going to work out perfectly. So, which one that is, we'll figure out in a second. But basically just kind of lined out where that top plate goes. finally got long enough level to make sure that that and that are level. So, but I mean, I measured it out the way it was supposed to be measured out. So then it should be a-okay. It should be dead center. I'll off the tape measure. Tape measure, where'd you go? Where'd you go? Well, no, it's over here. Room. 93 No, I'm gonna cut an extra inch and a half. Just so I can make sure that it's level before I actually make that secure cut. What do you mean? What do I mean? Yeah, that's level. Cool. I just wanted to verify before I did anything wrong. thumb them with the level, and then you lift it on the side and see. Yeah, that's basically what I did, right? Tape measure again. I keep putting that tape measure down, and I'm just putting it down, and I'm not thinking about where I put it down. Alright, 2.5 hours out of my day is spent looking for my stuff. And it's right next to me most of the time. But here, look, let me show you guys. A little bit of a closer up. So, I attached that wall and that wall to the existing walls. And I'm gonna have to put a stud center of that board in the center of that one. But I framed it out from that corner to this corner over here. I love that I can just give Google my measurement and ask them what the center of that is for my tape measure. tell me. It really cuts out. Like, I'm not excited for finding what cylinder it is and what isn't sensitive. So. Put that little stud in. I cut it a little bit too short. I don't know how. It's the same measurement that I've been doing. But it seems like I might be like a quarter or so. Okay, it's not a waste. I can use it for this exact stuff. All right. Yeah, I don't know how I got that. Oh, that. Is it the right guy? Yeah. it's all framed in. Sure. So this right here, let me step back a little bit. This right here is gonna be one closet. And then over here is also going to be one closet. I think I'm gonna throw some sheetrock right there and then okay, I see what they did. Trying to figure out how to make this gap over here the same as this, because I'm gonna have, what did I do with my tape measure? You see, I keep losing this guy. Okay, so I'm gonna have about 2 inches, 2 1/8. Standard 2x4 is 1.5. I said 2 1/8, 1.5. If I got a 1/2 inch of sheetrock, I could throw some sheetrock right there, slap this piece on, and it'll be the same. Cool. That's what's gonna happen. I would like to use some of this trash one. I could just leave a 1/2 inch gap off that wall. What would that look like though? Alright, so yeah, I think that's what I'm doing. Now this is a hair off level. Oh, I'm level right there.
straight. I was trying to get that corner level with it. Alright. Frame done. Electrical and sheetrock now.
bought a new blade. I didn't bring that thing in here. I gotta cut that floor out. And once I cut the floor out, I should be able to sheetrock. I got the other phone now. Maybe I should take a better angle now that I got all the frame in. That's not a good one. Nah, bro, you're good. You ain't missing very much. I promise. Since my other one was dull, I picked up this record. So. See how good it is.
Yeah, that worked okay. I thought it was gonna work way better than what it did, but it's okay. We got the job done. I think. Trying to pull out an anchor. That's why this thing ain't coming out. Jeez. Alright, anchor that down. Need to buy more batteries. Okay. Floor is out of the way now. Now it's just carpet to the closet. Yeah, guys, I'm getting tired. Okay, guys, we got 2 closets in. I don't know why my phone keeps doing that. We got 2 closets in. This is gonna be 1 closet. Of course, this is gonna be the other closet for that bedroom over there. I gotta do this electrical work. That's fun. However, I do need to go grab some more nails because I'm gonna anchor that one wall down a lot because it's literally just 1 stud with a floor anchor in it. So I feel like it should be a cross beam, but it's so tiny. I'm not gonna do a cross beam. Just nailed it. Okay. Guys, let's verify my work because it didn't look right, but it is. So, I'm going to resume that inquiry on that. Set you guys up.
Perfect. Absolutely beautiful. Now I need to drill holes for all of this electricity.
Need to run electricity through this wall right here.
Yeah, this bit's way too messed up. I gotta switch this up. It's all wobbly. It's all. Cool. Now it's all that's around it for the electrical.
I've got holes in every single one of them. I can start working with this electricity. So right now, I got
Old wire was black and white, like old wire, like before upgrades and updates. So it only had 2 wires rather than 3 or 4. So having to go off of that. not desperate. I'm gonna fix it. Is it gonna be good enough? Yeah. We're gonna call it fire? Hope not.
Alright. It ain't the prettiest, but it's on there. I mean, do I trust it? Yeah. More than what it looked like before. Is that the way it's supposed to go? Probably not. Am I an electrician? Absolutely not. Do I know what I'm doing? Somewhat. This is the part that is somewhat. I have no clue. Open spaces need to be put in a junction box. For real? Curiosity.
It is.
I don't know where it went. So, Mr. Hey, bro, I know that that's a fire hazard, but what they had before was definitely a fire hazard. 'Cause that thing was, I mean, it was spliced in. It didn't even have electrical tape on some of it, and no wire caps. Here, okay, I'm gonna pause the stream real quick because I'm gonna look up junction box. So, like, okay, so whenever I do a junction box, whenever I put it in a junction box, am I just putting it in a junction box? Nah, hey, I don't take anything as fucking. Even the hate comments, I don't take them as hate comments. I just cut them off. Because, I mean, like, hell, how do you learn? You know what I mean? Uh, but how do. So, like, would I wire it the same way? And then, like, but just go through a junction box? And the junction box is what hides the electrical tape mess that I did? Is, like, that the correct way to do it? Or is, like, the junction box have something that I tap into? Because, like, I looked them up and they got, like, 4x4 junction boxes. But, like, is that just going to be kind of, like, just kind of going to be there? You know what I mean? Because everything's a learning process, you know, especially whenever you're just doing it. Because I was about to do the wall outlet, but it appears that I misplaced the little receptacle box that it goes into. Not throwing any shade or judgment, just giving advice from an electrician. Just put a single gang box mounted on the stud and run all the wires in that box and wire knot it, just like you are. The wire can't be exposed outside of the box though. So basically everything that I just touched, like put electrical tape. Okay. So you're saying, okay, so all of that electrical tape has to be inside of the junction box? What do you mean I ain't gotta use tape? Isn't not using tape a fire hazard too? Okay, so it would be, I bought a 1 gang because I was gonna put the 1 gang right here for the for this guy. The only thing I know is a black man wears gold, a white man wears silver. So black to gold, white to silver. It was a Texas thing that was told to me by a racist hillbilly, but it made sense. You know what I mean? So. Okay, so I know for a fact I bought a 1 gang. Like I bought that earlier today. I know it. Right there, boom. Okay. So like this right here, right, is a 1 gang. Okay, so do they make like covers? And like it would be hidden by the sheetrock, right? So like I wouldn't be trying to tuck it out. Like, okay, so I bought this one to go right here. And I guess I need to cut out a little bit more. But I bought it for this. So do I buy this exact same thing? Shit, bro, if you could stay on here for like 15 minutes with me, I'll go up there right now and get it. If you can show me which one to grab. I'm gonna have to cut that out a little bit more. But oh wait, no, this is the one that I cut out. Yeah, still gonna have to cut out some more. No, cut it like you would an outlet, but it just gets a blank cover. Oh, okay, so it still goes on the outside. So it would be mounted either right here or on the inside. I'll probably put it on the inside of the. It's gonna be a closet, so I'll probably just put it on the inside of the closet. Okay, so cool. Hey, bro, I appreciate you a lot because yeah, I don't know what I'm doing whenever it comes to electricity. 100%. You know what I mean? I know how not to start a fire. Yeah. Sometimes I be guessing. Okay, so. So in a sense, does this act as a junction box? Yeah, I'm gonna go back to Home Depot. Yes. Yeah, I need another one gang and a flat face cover. Don't have my vape. My vape got somewhere. I'll grab that before I go back to home. You can get the single gang that just has nails. That's easier to install. It's called a New York single gang. Sorry, I had a call come in. Yeah, that's what this one is that I bought, bro. Here. I don't know if it says New York, but it definitely says switch outlet. I asked basically, does this inside the wall, is that basically a junction then? Okay, so that's one question, number one, okay. Number two, this is New York gang, right? I was looking for my paper. You can get the same as it says nails. That's going to. Okay. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. gonna actually charge up the battery real quick because I left my phone out inside. But Home Depot is only 4.5 minutes down the road. So what do you mean nails? I guess at Home Depot, if you're still here, you can explain what the nails are. Phone that. Yeah, I know for a fact I'm gonna have to go buy more sheetrock from Home Depot later too. I was trying to save the two side walls, and I didn't account for me running into electricity. So I was kind of doing all the electricity work for free, which sucks. It's taking up like 2 hours out of my day. I gotta go get the junction box. Make sure I do it correctly. Thank you, by the way. Hood Billy. Is that a Hood Hillbilly? Or like your last name Hood? I don't answer. I had another call, but I'll grab that. What do you do? Like, you're on the phone a lot. Are you a contractor or? Appreciate you, bro. Alright, so Home Depot is just right up this road. I'll be there in like a minute and a half, 2.5 minutes. I love that this lady's house is super close, because man, if this was one of those like across town, 20-30 minutes, man, I would have lost at least 2 hours today. Whenever I got there, before I even got there, I forgot to run to Home Depot to grab that one gang unit, but I only bought it for that receptacle. I didn't think about the junction box. So, and you said it doesn't need tape. So, with it only having 2 power wires coming from the house, the wire that I have, the yellow one, has 3 wires. You know, it has the black, the white, and it has the ground. Do I need to just cut that ground back a little bit to make sure it doesn't touch either hots inside the junction box if I'm not going to be using tape? Just put a nut on it? Or, I mean, I don't need a nut on it, I guess it's the ground. But, yeah, I guess I just answered my own question. I'm an overthinker, if you can tell. I'm a hilly, but I also have a giant subwoofer set up and a top. So I won't call it Hood Billy. I listen to rap. I like it. Yeah, I'm a general contractor, and I have a plumbing and electrical license. Hey, heck yeah. I don't mess with plumbing, dude. That's one thing I don't like. Like, I can do like some simple stuff, like, I say simple stuff, but like, I don't like touching shit water. Okay, I don't like the doo-doo water. I don't want to play with that stuff. So like, I'll mess with sinks. I'll mess with like water pumps outside for pools and stuff like that. I do irrigation. But yeah, no, I don't really do plumbing. And I need to start getting my licenses. Really, I need to buckle down on all of that. I I don't even know how all that stuff works. What kind of system setup you got? I used to have a SoundCube HDX15 in one of my Tahoes, and that thing was so loud it rattled the back windows by the back latch. It rattled those two to where I had to put JB weld to hold my window back down because it vibrated all of that rubber loose, or it made it crack out or something. So I like me some bang too, bro. Rough-ins? What are those? Or I guess what do you mean by rough-ins? Like just quick repairs? Something cracked, you repair it? Or because honestly, the only reason I became working for myself, really, so I have stomach cancer. And a lot of these companies, man, like they don't care whenever I get sick. Like there's times where like throughout the day I just gotta lay on the ground. You know, cause like my stomach it'll cramp so bad that it's like I can't walk. Like I gotta lay down until it passes. It's like a 5 to 10 minute thing. And then sometimes, you know, I can't make it to work because, man, I'm bedridden. You know, I'm throwing up a lot of, like, throwing up a whole bunch of stomach acids. So, 6:18 sundown, nice shirts for. Damn. Hey, so you banging. You pushing air? You able to do like air tricks? Okay. This what you were talking about? Where it has the nails? Oh, okay. Rough-ins. Got you. Hey, beard tricks is insane. Because like they got a whole bunch of different types of one gang. Oh, that's old work. You said New York. New York work gang. This is probably what you were talking about, right? Right, premium New York work box one gang. I think it said a flat cover. Or is this what you were talking about? That one already has it cut out for me to. They have smaller ones at the bottom. This one? $28 game. What's the difference? The depth? Go down to the floor to the left. Yeah, right there. Okay, so this is the one that I should be getting. Okay, so I'm gonna hold that one, and I'm gonna put the bigger one back, the premium. And you said to get this one, and then flat face. Oh no, my phone is dying. Okay, so flat face cover. Where would the cover be at? Blank covers. Metal though. I don't want metal, I want plastic. Okay, well those are breakers over there. Where's the faces? Flat face for a square box. Oh, heavy box duty cover. This right here, right? Does it have screws? I need screws. Yeah, it comes with screws. Cool. Okay, I believe I got it. If it dies, I will be back live within like 20 minutes. If you could just comment yes to make sure that that's the right cover. Okay. Yeah, right. See. I want white, but it's not figure out. Okay. I'm at 2%. Bro, my phone's gonna die. Okay, so the white ones. Where's electrical? Hey boss, do you know where the white ones or just a flat face would be?
Oh, for that size?
Yeah, for one game.
I don't think they're that narrow. It's plain white.
Yeah, just plain white. Okay.
It's a little bigger than that one, but
I think that'll work.
it'll line up the whole.
It will? Okay. I appreciate you. Okay, I got the white ones. Hey bro, you are appreciated.